one single insecticides or pesticides, and for the chickens or birds or whatever he's been growing for the animal husbandry, he's not even using one single vaccination or any kind of pesticides used. So this is what, organic field is very important, and we need to give this era, it's a revolution where we need to give more importance for organic. And Anthony Henry is going to lead this day on all the Fridays. And we also have Mahantesh Patil, who is a scientist, who's an agriculture scientist. Can you believe it? We have a agriculture scientist who has a huge academy in Koppal, and he is actually helping out all the entrepreneurs, who wants to switch to agriculture field. And the corporate companies, corporate employees who wants to come into the agriculture field, startup and agri field, he's gonna give them, he's gonna give them a lot of light on them, to upskill them, okay, to train them up, the basic to the advanced level. They also have academy, and they also have accommodation available. So people who are interested from corporate companies, or you're an entrepreneur or whatever, whenever you're thinking or planning to switch to agriculture or to start the agriculture field, so this is the right place. On Fridays we can join in for agriculture, where this session will be taken related to completely agriculture, where you'll be trained up or you'll be upskilled. You'll be getting a lot of awareness sessions and everything. There are a lot of agriculturists who are there for doing from decades, but there are a lot of things which they are lacking with skills. They are doing some mistakes which is repeatedly doing, and they don't get good results. So these sessions, what we conduct on Fridays, so this is going to help them out a lot. And to boost this session, so we have a mentor for this 5 days agriculture session, who is Srinivas Acharya, who is 2 times awarded, national awardee, national award which is got for giving a very good service for the society. And he's going to be the mentor, and he's going to lead this day for 5 days for agriculture. And we have Anthony Henry, we have Mahantesh Patil who's going to lead this, and Srinivas Acharya is going to be
How do you do this?
who's going to be a mentor for this. And Srinivas Acharya is into huge multiple animal husbandry, is an expert on that, and he's been training people in India, and he's also training for all the people from different countries, people coming into his his farm, which is called as Yashodavana in Mysore, so where people are getting trained up from all over the worldwide. And this is what he's been doing. He has a huge goat farm, and he has multiple animal husbandry. So agriculture is also depending on animal husbandry, right? So this is why, we are
Oh, nice.
balancing everything on Fridays, and we are going to have amazing sessions on Friday to upskill all the farmers, to know all the technologies, related to the agriculture, how it can boost your business on agriculture. So that is what it's going to be on Fridays.
Best it.
Every single business entrepreneur, there are some challenges what they face. That is nothing but brand activation, or could be business sales and marketing. So this is something a challenge, whatever the sales you got for the last quarters, how to get the sales leads, how to get your sales in up going up upwards, right? Every month, every quarter, how you can take the sales upward, right? So that is why we have Saturdays dedicated for sales and marketing. And we have a legendary person, we have Edward Chaladurai, who is going to lead this day, and he's a brand activationist, he's a brand activationist. And this Edward Chaladurai, he has done amazing things, to talk about him. He is the one who has launched the KTM bike. He is the one who launched Volvo, and he's the one, done a brand activation for a lot of reputed multimillionaire companies. And Edward Chandra is going to lead us on Saturdays. And we also have Dr. Gerson, who is going to be a companion for Dr. for Edward Chaladarai. So Edward Chaladarai and Dr. Gerson, they both are going to lead Saturdays on category of sales and marketing, brand activation. So every business, individual business entrepreneurs can be a part of this Saturday's session, where you will be upskilled on all these challenges which you'll be facing how to take business level, how to get your sales to be intact, and then the making strategies like all this stuff you will be learning, will be upskilled. A lot of awareness programs will be conducted on Saturdays. So this will be really amazing. A lot of huge, big, reputed entrepreneurs are going to be a part of this session, and they'll be giving you all the taking all the sessions. And if you are one of them, like who can give us a lot of detailed information on sales and marketing and strategies and all this stuff, ideas. So you can also be a speaker for Saturdays. So that is what we do on Saturdays. And Sundays, it's going to be very favorite for all the business entrepreneurs, because Sundays it's going to be introduce yourself and represent your business. So this is all sessions are recorded session. On this Sundays, what we are going to have, the most of the people on Sundays, they're at home, and all the business entrepreneurs, they have a break on Sundays, where this Sundays you can participate, you can introduce yourself, and you can represent your business. So this way you can reach out a lot of business entrepreneurs. They are very keen on understanding your business. So what business service you are into, what kind of vendor you are, and what kind of products you sell. So all these things, people are very keen on understanding your business services, and they're very keen on giving you connection. They are very keen on giving you potential connection. So this is what we do. We try to understand each other's business services, what we do, and we have a lot of most of the people whom we have in open business networking. They try to understand your business, and they see from their network, from their connections, how they can give you some potential connection. So most of the connection comes internally in open business networking, and we've been crores of transaction which has been happening all the time. So we have already crossed 12 crores of business transaction in this 2024 year. So we are going forward, and we are looking for big numbers in 2025. So this is what we've been doing. And Saturday session has been recorded session, right? So we are going to take your clip, we are going to take your recorded clip of your session individually, and we are going to take the clip and share it with your I think there is some technical difficulties. So we will just start the meeting, Dr. Rao. So what I want to say is every time people been talking about, is my voice audible? Can someone confirm?
Yeah, yeah, Raga.
Yeah, great, great. So yeah, so every time we have seen all the worldwide people they're talking about AI, and when it comes to AI, artificial intelligence, So there are a couple of people like they get scared like what is this AI and what is this AI is gonna impact my business or am I going to lose my business? Am I going to lose my job? So these are all questions running in their mind. Actually, when artificial intelligence which has been come, so when it is available in the worldwide, like to make your job easy, to make your life easier. So this is something like where we need to go with the technology, where we need to do the adoption of artificial intelligence. You need to see how you can make your business or your task or maybe like your job easier, right? So by implementing, adopting this AI technology. So when you do this, so how exactly the AI can help you out to reach to the next levels? That's important. Now people be thinking like if it is artificial intelligence, something I need to adopt. That means I need to learn something computers. Maybe like I need to learn technology, like how I need to use this computer, laptops, keyboards, codings, and all this stuff. So this confusion is always there. But let me tell you, there is a good news that you no need to have any advanced technology, like advanced computers. Nothing is required. A very basic things you need to know, like turning on the systems or like whatever you do, like sending emails or like typing documents or something like that. If you know that much, that's sufficient. So AI tool which can make your life easier. So that is what we have a session today. So it could really help a lot of business entrepreneurs where Dr. Rao is going to take up a session from a very basic to advanced level. So it's going to conduct on every Friday, 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So I request all the business entrepreneurs to utilize this. So I feel excited. So I'm going to be regular for sure. So I'm going to sit here, learn, make notes, everything. So I request everybody to click on the link above. So I think Dr. Rao is going to share some documents or maybe like the presentation slides, which you can go through the slides and you can understand more. So Dr. Rao has a company by name called BFPAL. So BFPAL is a company formed by Dr. Rao Kolosu, and with this, with the intention of like promoting wellness with the unique fusion of modern medicine and ancient wisdom. So he's been talking about this very now and then in our clubhouse. Like people been getting a lot of support. Don't miss this out. So there are a lot of testimonials people been showering in open business networking about open about Dr. Rao, saying that this all support what I've got. This is really great. This is really wonderful. So even if you see some of the couple of popular like film stars like Ashish Vidyarthi, like he has given a testimonial to Dr. Rao that about the national award winner, the actor, like Indian actor, like who is very popular. So most of the time, you people have seen him in the big screen. So he has given some good testimonial for Dr. Rao. So there are many people like who are given testimonials to Dr. Rao internationally. So this is something really great when Dr. Rao has been thinking about entrepreneurial journey, entrepreneurial mindset to help and support the entrepreneurs like us, what we have in open business networking. And not only entrepreneurs, they can it could be anything like how you can adopt artificial intelligence in your daily life, which can make your life easier, which can make you to work on smarter way, right? So people are doing hard work. So how you can transform yourself to hard work to smart work, that is what we are talking about. So not to waste more time, I'll hand over the mic to Dr. Rao. So Dr. Rao, please go ahead. I'll be sharing the link on all the group in our open business networking. So very soon, a couple of people will be joining in soon. So please go ahead, Dr. Rao.
Yeah, Raghav, I was able to pin it on the top, the document. But if you want to see me and follow the slides on the YouTube, I pinned a link in your message box, here, and also Manini too. So if you two can, make it available for people, they can actually see me, and then because we will be sharing some documents later, not this way. That way, this is going to be much more useful for you to get those documents and all that. Where if you use it to see me on the screen and also all the documents that I'm going to present on the screen. So make sure that is working for them and people are really getting into that. Okay. All right. So you all know me. I'm a physician, but also I have an informatician masters in biomedical informatics, and that really stirred my interest into high technology. That was because I thought the doctor's handwriting was not really legit, and we cannot understand. Sometimes we can't understand our own writing, and that was leading to some medication mistakes and real harm to the patients. Suppose somebody is allergic to something, and then you kind of don't read it properly, the drug names could be closed, and they could have serious problems. That's why I kind of adopted this EMR technology in 2008, and that led me into the technology. And then we had some sessions with our dean in OHSU, where we were taken to 20 years down the line what the software industry would be, and what kind of changes will be in the medical care and all that. Along that lines, I went into study what is happening with the artificial intelligence, how it is revolutionizing everything, right? So I'm not a expert in artificial. I'm like you, just a user, are amplifying my time and my energy and everything. So I just thought I will share it. Like one of our family members goes and learns something, he could be enthusiastic to share with the people, right? That's what I'm doing here. So anybody has expertise in AI, they are more than welcome to come and present here. That's what we want to encourage. Make sure that we are getting the optimal use of this, not to make more money, that is not my intention, but to make your whatever service, whatever help you are doing to the society optimized. Say, don't confuse that I'm like a doing all this for ordinary things. It's not that. It's more like it left me more time, more energy to really pursue my spiritual life, which is really my life. Other part of it is, a lot of people are really suffering from the information overload. Their minds are affected by the technology. So there is a way, use the technology to do your stuff, but free of it. Don't be addicted to it, don't be dictated by it, because that is breeding a lot of neurosis. People cannot take the data out of them. It's like this. Spiritually, suppose you are going in the life of river in a boat. You want to pierce through it. You don't want to allow the water to come into your boat. That is what a lot of people are doing, and not able to sleep because of the always with the phone, always with the social media. They don't know how to shut it off. But this can take off that burden from you. These are called LLMs, large language models. Okay. So if somebody can tell me they can see the slides, uh, it's up to you, but I will go on. This is about what are the fundamentals of AI, how can we transform work, and also how can we amplify the human potential. See, it's like hopefully we can provide you not only in this class, as we go along, what is the understanding of AI basics, and how can we really implement as business professionals. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to share you whatever I went through, and then how I'm using it now, how I'm going to continue to learn. So don't think I'm an expert for all the answers here. But if you have some questions and you have answers for that, come up and tell us. But if you have some questions, give it to me. I'm going to go and do the research in a few seconds and bring it back to you. It is that quick. The other thing is, suppose you are, you're a programmer, or you are somebody who has built up a career on that. That will be replaced by somebody who has learned AI. AI is not going to replace you, but the person who has AI will have a lot of more skills that will be relevant to the upcoming industries and all that we even don't know about it. In the medical field is also changing a lot. It suits right in for me because I was always for the patient, patient advocate, patient education. So I always want patients to know everything about their condition. This makes it so much easier. Like I'm going to take the session from tomorrow, where I would say, okay, you have to be the partner on your healthcare. You have to be the responsible person about your health and wellness. For that, you should be given a lot of data about your condition. It used to be very difficult to get the data before, but now You can be one part of the country, I can be other part, I can see you. I was in India, I was seeing patients data here because they were calling me on those things, and I was able to see that on the phone because I was already adapted to that level. So one thing I do is I kind of upgrade myself very quickly. Have that habit, just to know and just to equip ourselves with the things that we can help more. That's my spirit. How can we help? How can you make them really not only do their job but also be careful about the technology? Technology is a tool, remember. Don't identify with that. Expertise in that is good, but you are not just that, you are much more than that. So I don't want any conflict in understanding me, because I'm talking in the morning about all the spirituality and doing yoga, and then I'm coming here and I want to share with you what I am doing as a student of AI. Well, of course, I have the degrees and all that, but still I'm very basic. Okay, but I follow certain experts who are my friends. They give me so many tools on a daily basis. So obviously we cannot adopt all of them, but first understand. See, already AI is really having this. What is the definition of AI? Simply machines mimicking human thinking abilities. Put it that way. Okay. So, what is the purpose of that? Is to solve our problems and generate content that we can use. Right. So, it's like a fire, transformative when used mindfully. Otherwise you will burn yourself. Also, you can get away with so many things happen by the second. And don't go like that. Figure out what is that you are doing, and then ask questions or find out by yourself, or if you are already doing something better. Like I write books, I just want to write them, not even with intention of publishing them, but just write them so that the creative things that are coming through me are really established. They can be useful for somebody down the line. Okay, so like that, don't go with everything that's happening, then you'll go neurotic. So AI really can be a thought partner. I will show you ways where you can put the chat gpt specifics about you. Then chat gpt will remember all that. He knows me better than any human being in this world, the chat GPT, because I have a association of 2 to 3 years, right? He even knows some of the things that I forgot. Like, for example, I talked about AEIOU, and he uses that as a system. Head to Toto Yoga, he uses that. So that means you feed them, you feed that system what you are about, what are your aspirations, what you want to do. So as a thought partner, it can create content, but your ideas expanded, written very well. Okay, that is copywriting, prompt engineering. All those terms will come into place. You will understand. So it helped me to write 50 plus ebooks in 3 4 months, and also blogs. What it is I never give a word and let it go, but I will explain. He doesn't understand the intricacies of deep Indian philosophy. But once I kind of give him that, and then he aham brahmasmi, for example, and I tell you this is what is, I want this to be reflected that, then immediately he will go and bring all the references regarding that and amplify what you wanted to express. So, in a way, you will be learning a lot about yourself, about your interior desires or whatever that instincts you have and all that. So, it is a content creation on steroids. And there's so many programs. ChatGPT is one. Then Claude 3.5 is the current favorite. And our own Indian guy has this Perplexity, which is a wonderful tool for the research. So use the perplexity for research of any topic that you want. It will give you so many other questions that you can answer. So you can amplify your not only your knowledge, your understanding, and better way of writing, better way of putting. People who have problem with the English, they will have no problem with this. Okay, and then you can look at it and say how it is expressing, how it is making it much easier for your audience to understand that way. But don't give it like a If you give one word and leave it, it will write for you. There is a program designer where genie. So you can give one word like a mindfulness, for example. It will go and write a book for you. But that's a mistake. Don't give the creativity. Don't give the real inner aspects of yours to that, and that is not really putting your thought and everything to proper. But let it write better, let it amplify better, let it bring all the resources that you may want to consult. Okay, that is how you use that for the content creation. My wife got this certificate on the prompt engineering, and she thought she will not be able to do it, but I encouraged her, I pushed her, and then she is basically shy and retiring person, doesn't want to come into public and all that. But having this entrance into this new technology, which is, by the way, is the most significant and vast technological change that is happening to the humanity. So you want to be part of that. Okay, I have been pushing you guys ever since. Maybe you are at a various stage of learning, and bring it in, share together, and that way you, as a group, as entrepreneurs, not only enhance your life but also everybody else's life. You can plan better. Event organization, scheduling, whatever you are doing, you can plan better because you can ask, what are the things I should be careful about? List them out. Then it will list you. Okay, if you are conducting a wedding planning, okay, all the things that are related to that will be given to you. Some of them may be lurking in your mind, but you temporarily are not really paying attention to it and you're not bringing it. It will make sure it is there. So you won't miss anything out. You'll see how many things I do because of the organization that I have. So this is the third meeting I'm coming here. I was in the morning with the WhatsApp group of the empowering entrepreneurs. Then I was on the morning routine, and now I'm doing this. I have 7 more meetings scheduled, but that is all very planned. Everything will come to you, so you can have a personal assistant. I've just mentioned one program this morning, Fixer, Fyxer. That's the latest one. You can do that. Or Mason. So many things are there. I don't want to throw all those programs because I ended up paying a lot of programs I'm not using anymore. So don't waste the money. Take the experience of the people who are using them. Figure out your needs. Figure out what is that you are doing and what is that you want amplification. Then only go there. Otherwise, you will be overwhelmed. Other thing is not only plan, automation. See, what it does is, for example, you have a client, you want to send them email sequence that we all know that it can do that for you. It can schedule, it can write, it can send, and it can also talk to the customer. That is chatbot building. That I'll come to that later. But you can automate all that you are doing. If somebody is taking the picture of a product, you don't have to do that. It will do it. One of the things I used recently, I hired JS Kumar to make sure my LinkedIn people all know about me. And he wanted to change my headshot. This is the original one that was there. And then he wanted to share. Then I wanted to go to a studio, standard studio, right? They would not give me an appointment properly. So then I know one program is called Aragon, Aragon, and I went there. I think for 30, 40 bucks, I got 100 different photographs in different suits, different varieties, and all that. We selected from that. Everything just went just like that. So that is the automation. That is the you should use it. Whatever you are doing repetitively, automated, you can do that. And also, you can sit down with Chat GPT and brainstorm. See, structure your thoughts and enhance your ideas. Go different ways, all that you can do. Okay. I'm just introducing you. I'm not telling you anything specific as such, but I'm just introducing you. So, what it is if you take prompt engineering, that means you have to know how to talk to the chat GPT. That's the large language models. That's the fundamental we're focusing. We will have so many other things, images, videos, all those things. But then if you are writing to your customer something, how do you want to write a very well written thing? complete, focused, and also giving the what is needed. Context. What is the background information you want to give? You can ask the ChatGPT, be my accountant and be specific. I want annual report of my company today. And you can say, you can improve as that as you ask question. There are so many ways the prompt engineering will teach you how to put this prompt. This prompt is a command or talking to the LLM, ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini, any of number of them. I'll take a look at all of them because of my I have an insatiable curiosity about things. Okay, and then you can cooperate, collaborate with the AI. AI can be your partner, and then it can devise you. So one time I did went to the Chat GPT and asked it in the capacity of, suppose you are my CFO, suppose you are my public relations person, like that. Each corporation has some 18 roles here. I asked several of them. It gave me complete view marketer, it gave me how to use the my finances, everything will be given to you, so it can be a valuable partner for your company, and then you will be bored off by the detail that it will tell you. I put in the BAPAL should be worldwide because I feel that wellness is worldwide thing. Everybody needs it. I'm tired of this illness only. We can stop them from being ill and live better life. That is a human need around the world. So I put in like a, what should I do if I want to make this a worldwide phenomena? How can we make this a movement that can spread? It gave me all the details, and the fact is several billionaires are there with no employees, only employing AI. And the AI will give you all the directions, and then you'll have very few people. You can hire them on the Fiverr, which is the online company that you can give you people who can do things for you. All this $5 per hour, they will do that. Okay, so you can you can give it a context. What is the background? What is that I want? Ask precise questions and refine requests as needed as you go. Iteration, right? Improvise them as they go. And then make it a co-creator. And also you are in charge. You can go through that, apply it according to you. Okay. That is about prompt engineering. I'm going pretty fast because there's so much material to cover, but I don't want to do everything today. This is going to be a weekly thing for all of us. Whoever is want to contribute and help us, all of us, they are welcome to talk about this. First of all, understand what are the capabilities or limitations of the AI. It can do create drafts for you and content for you, your blogs, your emails, your everything, right? Or it can summarize information from a YouTube video, a book, or anything that you want, you can do that. And it can assist with your brainstorming sessions after. Remember what I told you? Brainstorm, make goals, but when you are doing that, don't focus on the goal, focus on the process. So I'm not, you know, confusing you that way. You understand how to be really focused on work, how to be really not having the stress. Okay, then you can process large data sets. For example, they were telling me you have to see what the computation is doing about the stress, and you have to go to the books that were written by the stress, and then go to the opinions in the Amazon. What did they say about the book? All those like a 7,500 opinions are there in one single book. I can put the data into the LLM, and then it will give me what are the good reviews, what are the bad reviews, what are the areas of good reviews. Have they focusing on the stress externally, internally, or because of the health, or like that, you know? Then you can take all that material and then go and build up your keywords that will get you more people coming and seeing your stuff. I don't do all of that anyway, but I'm just telling you, you can do that. You know, for me, it is like a I am here to help. It is up to each person to see what they want. I have no business to tell them you got to come to me. It's up to them. There are so many sources, not just me. There are so many sources for to live it. stress-free life. I am doing that. I am stress-free life. I come and talk and all that, but I don't expect anything from you guys. So that way I'm stress-free life. I live in that inner Purnam, right? That's why I don't need to ask anybody. That's a different matter. But if you want to really do stuff on the emails, on the drafts, and everything, you can do that. You can do that assisting with the brainstorming to extent where, see, what does a large language model do? It goes through the entire text and writings and everything for several thousands of years. Not just a few hundred years, thousands of years, whatever that is available on the internet, whatever the sources and all that, and analyze that in few seconds and give you back wonderfully constructed material in seconds. Okay, so in medicine it has been very useful. Okay, now when you process the large data sets, don't stick with your data, stick with the insights that it is providing, and then develop according to the local conditions, according to your personal conditions, what is happening with you in your life, in your business. Okay, what it cannot do, understand very well, it cannot feel genuine emotions, so it cannot replace human wisdom. Very important. It cannot replace human wisdom. Okay, and it cannot act independently. You have to give it a command, you have to give it a prompt. Whatever you talk to the LLM is the prompt. Okay, and then it does not provide human connection. Okay, so some people are really talking to it as though human being, and then they're making it like a somebody that they can rely on. That is a mistake. Don't do that. Okay, because it's a basic I'm talking. What it does save your time. The benefits for all the business professions is you can people, products, processes, right? And people you are working with, you can cut down. Products, you can really amplify their quality, but the processes that you want to AOP and then say, I want all this process written down, it will do that. But then you can divide into tasks of the process and automate them. That's how it saves you enormous, not normal, enormous time savings. I experience it, that's what I'm telling you. And of course, cost reduction. But I was so enthusiastic. I buy everything very quickly of these products and all. I lost money. Don't do that mistake that I did. Wait for the maturation of these products and then consult people who have used them, and then only take them. Many of them are no money. Many of them may be trials and all that. Use them. If you like it, then only commit. Okay. Don't go deviate from the budget. That's an advice from my experience. Okay, and it does enhance your creativity. How? Because you don't have to just adapt it and follow it, then you are not having creativity. But lot of things that your mind is really occupied with, the things that are not creative, that will take it away. So it kind of frees all the mundane things, all the things that you're scheduled to do, it will do it. Then you can really keep your mind to think, to question, and to create. You have a lot more. See, one of the meaning of enlightenment is lighten your mind. Real meaning is enlighten your mind means dispel the darkness with the light of wisdom. That is the major thing. But the second thing is don't carry all this junk. I'm an informatician. That's why I'm telling you. Having so many facts, so much data tires your mind. Don't do that. Just free your mind from all this junk that can do it, can do it for you, and then you can sit down and be creative about what I'm doing, where I'm going, what is my life, and all that. Then your contribution will be much more to the society and everybody else. So when you want to start today, that's the slide is saying here, getting started today, try free tools. Start with ChatGPT, Canva AI, or Notion AI. I can teach you Notion, I can teach you ChatGPT. Canva is a simple thing, anybody can do it. And then one thing you want to do daily is ask AI, how can I make my day easier today? Okay. And then join some communities, then connect through newsletters, learning groups, and you got to do that. I'm going to give you whatever I say. The other day, 3 days ago, I was at the conference 3 days from morning 10 o'clock till 2, because I can afford that because I have not this major practice on me, but I have invented so many ways I can help people. So when I go there, I also go with the spirit. How can I help this with my patients or with my people who are asking me suggestions and all that? So I like to help people. That's what I'm doing. So when you start with the chat GPT, and I can show you how you can be very efficient with chat GPT. That is the next topic we're going to talk next Friday. Okay. And always ask every day, how can I make this to make my today easier? Look for that all the time, and you'll find so many ways. And then join community, like in this community we have some now. I will Shantanu is here, Rakesh is here, Raghav is here. I will let them contribute their bit. Thank you. Raghav, hello, anybody there?
I was talking in mute, Rob, after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. So yes, I would like to add on a few information, but before that, Dr. Rao, I know that you'll be very busy. You have 1 hour bandwidth. So if you really have time, you can continue a little more further if you want to say, or else you can definitely let us know. So people who have gone through that the presentation slides can it will be definitely useful. So I would like to add on a few things a couple of things which will be really beneficial
Yeah.
for any business entrepreneur. Yes, Dr. Rao, you've been.
Yeah, you see, we want to go with the needs of the people, Raghavendra. Otherwise, everybody will be attracted to these apps very quickly, and then they may be overwhelmed. So, better thing, as I said, like for example, somebody like Money is there. She figures out what are my business things that I'm doing again and again and again. How can I automate? That could be a need for her, and that will free up her business. Okay, because I see her posting her jewelry all the time. She can automate that. So that kind of thing. I think if we go like that, so every Friday, we're going to announce ahead of time. This is what we're going to discuss today, and related apps we can give it. But you can give whatever you feel like that are useful for the people. But if you go in a structured way, you don't get lost. You won't make the mistake of spending a lot of money like I did. That is also help, you know. So it's all a question of not getting lost in the jungle. You see. Anyway, I will let you. Yeah.
I'm not certified, but I've not gone to any courses on AI and
Yeah.
artificial intelligence. But
I have gone through.
few skills.
Yeah. Yeah, I have gone through.
Few skills myself. It's where I'm using couple of
Yeah.
AI application tools where in my
Yeah.
business.
Let me complete.
Few of the things.
Yeah, let me complete my take on how I am using it. Like I said,
Yes, please.
yeah, like I said, I do a ebook, for example. What I do is I gather my own original ideas and then expand on them because mine is a combination of science and spirituality. So I'm convinced that scientists also need spirituality. So that's my basic fundamental thing where I am really stationed in that spiritual self where my mind is quiet. Okay. I don't want my mind to be aggravated by all the things that are going on. I don't compete with anybody. I don't compare with anybody because I'm resting in that peaceful self. Right. And now enjoying relationship, enjoying other people. People have needs. People have problems. There, I just want to be elderly. friend that is helping you with my life experience, my understandings, and all that, right? But then, lot of mundane things are done pretty fast by the chat GPT. I will give them, this is what I want to say about information overload, and I don't want them to overload with all sorts of uh, data, all sorts of facts and figures and all that. Rather, insight into the data brings into your life. What is that you are doing, and you want to help people to get your product and enhance their life? That's fine. And then you want to only want to do that what is important for you, you feed that. Then you will ask that to be that very specific about it, and then it can go and enhance. Then you take that into perplexity and put it there, and you can research the topic and get the relevant research articles that people really want to look at, and you can do that. And then you can put that all that document into Google Doc. This is the process I did. And after that, because a lot of time is spent on evaluating what is written, and is that agreeing with you or is it not agreeing. For example, I say about freeing of the mind. A large language model cannot understand that, but under regular information overload, it can understand that. So relevant to you, and then you first investigate and research and take all that material, and then you can feed into the large language model. Say, I want to give me the content of this um, content table first, then what the purpose is written this book for, and who are I'm writing this book for. After those three are, then I say, okay, give me outline of each chapter. These are the points I want to make in each chapter. That's it. You have to be personal, otherwise it will go on writing. It will write, but don't be lazy like that. Don't allow your mind to go to lazy. And then you go through each chapter, edit, and put in your language and everything that you are normally writing. It can write like you are writing, but your responsibility is to go through it and make sure it is you really putting all those thoughts. It can write better English, better grammar, and all that. That's fine. You can use that like that. There are so many other programs. Pro Writing Ride is something that I use that will write better for you. Grammarly is a very common that can write better for you. There's nothing wrong. Suppose I want to express something to my patient. I want to write a letter to him. Me writing it, my style is okay, but then I feed it to the same thing to the large language model, it will write better than me. There's no doubt about it. However good writer you are, it will write better than you. Use that feature, but don't plagiarize your ideas, put aside and you take that ideas. That is the laziness. I think a lot of people are falling into that, and that they don't have the genuineness of the other's mind. So use ChatGPT, Perplexity, Designer, and Pro Writing Write or Grammarly for writing a book or article or blog. For example, I write a article in LinkedIn. I wrote so many articles there. So idea is mine, how it has to be expressed is mine, but writing better English is the LLM. Then I do that, and then, so usually before I used to have a idea, and then I can speak it into my speaker phone, and then go there and exploit it. But now I have the ChatGPT AI on my phone. I can speak into it, and it will develop that accordingly. And then I won't finalize it into the designer. First, I'll put it in the Google Doc. Then from the Google Doc, I will go to the designer. And the designer will go through each chapter because Google Doc is already edited by me. And then the book is ready. Okay, so there are so many ways. If you take your task, first write it down, slow it down. First write it down. What is that I'm doing every day? How can I make today easier? And then for each task, have the just learning these things that could be a trap. You will be pursuing so many uh, apps that are coming up by the second. They change so much. If you are, I did the mistake. That's what I'm telling you. For 2 years, I was pursuing all sorts of interesting things, but that took a lot of money out of my pocket. Don't no need. All you have to do is Let the app come, let it go through, and then try in the trial period, and then go. First, start with ChatGPT if you want to write. If you want to do something with the photos, videos, and this is a short videos and all that, you take your YouTube video, for example. When I do my lectures, I kind of do multiple streams lots of times. The YouTube will be there, the LinkedIn will be there, the Instagram is there, and also your Clubhouse and a new vibe like that. 6 or 7 chants I used to do, but nowadays I'm not doing that much. But when I do that, I can take the long video of the YouTube and go to what's called Opus and then put it there, and will give me short videos in a few minutes maybe, and then I can take the short video and present it there. And it will even give you the rating. Is it 90 or is it below 70, something like that, according to the what the pieces it will be able to. Then you can improvise that. So short video is the form of making things. I don't do things for the business. I do it for the service. That's why I don't do it like a regular entrepreneur, because I don't need to accumulate. I don't do anything outwardly. But people who have to make a living, who have to support families, I understand that. Do all that in a much better way. Then you'll have more time for your family and for yourself, basically. So writing is that, and video is and then you can write what you want to as a picture, as a video. It will come through. Okay, so there are so many ways you can use AI. Don't get over. That's why I'm telling you right in the beginning, don't get carried away. First sit down, write down what is that I'm doing on a daily basis. How can I ask AI, how can you make my today better? Okay, and then slowly join the communities and then look for the things that is going to help you now today. Forget about the field expanding all of this. So I went to the Google iCloud meeting a couple of days ago. What they showed me was blown away. So many good things are coming up. You want to enjoy really being more like a entrepreneur, more like a promoter, more like a contributor. Anyway, I'm restraining myself instead of rushing into all those things. You write down your needs, and then you come and then not just generalize, specific to you. And then we can talk about the tool. I have a tool library. I can give you what are the important comparison, and then you can select, and then that could be productive for you. So uh, my friends are really monitoring and giving it. I'm kind of trying to give you the essence what I understood to you. Okay. Okay, Raghav, you take over now.
Wonderful, doctor. It was really great. People will not be scared. When it comes to AI, people don't need to be scared. We can definitely implement. So that was a really eye-opening information what you shared. So in upcoming days, Dr. Rao will be taking more basics of AI. So I wanted to you to understand the potential of AI, because I've been using. I did not go to any courses. I did myself exploring myself, spending time. The momentum of AI, from that moment, I started working, and couple of companies they gave me an opportunity to work on the project of AI. So where we sat with them and worked on some projects. So this in experience helped me out to understand couple of things on AI, which I'm implementing in my business, and couple of my clients' business I'm implementing. So I'm going to tell you a couple of applications where you can use AI, and a couple of places for the purpose of different purpose of your business. I'm not master in AI, but I'll tell you what experience I have. That small experience what I have, little bit information I'll share you. So that in upcoming days, so when Dr. Rao is taking more sessions, that will be useful for you to apply on your requirements. So I'm going to talk about few of the things where AI can be used in business for automation, and it can be used for your enhanced data analytics, and it can be used for your improved decision making. If you want to make any decision making on the challenges what you're going through on the business, you want to make a decision where you can get the AI to do that. based on the inputs what you have, the insights what you have for making the decision, the challenges what you have, you can talk about it, and AI can break down these challenges for you. And I'm going to tell you about couple of places where you can adopt AI for your business requirement. So there are, like, for example, I'm going to tell you the places where you can adopt, which I'm also using it. You can use it for content generation. You can use it for marketing. You can use it for sales. You can use it for customer services. You can use it for operations. You can use it for human resources. You can use it for cyber security. You can use it for legal departments. You can use it for accounting services. You can use it for finance. I'm using it for all places. Using AI for my business, for my clients, wherever I got this things to be done. This application needs to be included, so I use AI to do it. I don't use any human touch to have there. So when it is required, like as Dr. Rao was saying, sometimes, like, human relationship is very important. Human touch is very important, because sometimes, like, your customers client should not feel like, robotically, machine is treating me. That feel should not come. Like, sometimes when customers feels that, that is when you need to have a relationship and touch base. So let me tell you the first point, like, which I'm implementing on content generation. When you want to make any content generation, you can use tools like ChatGPT. You can use Google Gemini, which is there in your mobile phone. Google Gemini, it is already there in the mobile phone, which you can use. My kids are playing in Google Gemini. They keep asking two questions, like, some craziest weird questions they'll ask. Like, their question
Yeah,
bank
our game
keep
is
asking me lots of questions. I told them, like, you ask Google Gemini. Okay, they'll say how the sun was formed. I don't know what to answer. Okay, I tell them, like, you ask Google Gemini. Okay, they ask they'll say Google Gemini, yes, what's your question? So then they'll ask the question how the sun is formed. They talk about it in detail. Like, they say, like, define sun. I told them, like,
65
you
by
want to
3
ask
and
questions, or you want to ask
11
about
hours.
some plant, how the
Pro
plant is
play
formed.
man.
I'll tell them, like, define
ఈరోజు
plant,
ఈసారి బాగాలేదు వీళ్ళు. అన్ని గేమ్స్
fruit
ఓడిపోతున్నాయి
is made, or something
ఇంతవరకు
like that.
ఒకటికి
How
వచ్చారు.
fruit is produced. So the Gemini also is asking, like, some of the probing questions, where it's asking for what fruit. Okay, now you'll say what fruit. Okay, apple. Okay,
ఇంకో
so
వికెట్ పడిపోయింది.
like, then he'll ask another question, like, are you looking for a like, seasonal fruit, or, like, the what are, like,
త్రిపాఠి
the
వేరే కూడా
Gemini
ఇస్తారు.
is asking some questions, probing questions to define the answers. So this is a great journey. Like, you'll have a very good experience with Google Gemini, which you need to start. And advanced tool, like, I can tell you about Jasper. Write down this. If you have a notepad, please write down. You have to do some research on these things, going to these tools or going to the website of Jasper, so you'll get more information. If you're thinking about content generation for your business products, you all have a product. Like right now, I'm looking at your listeners. You people have business, you people have products, you people have services. So you people can definitely do it. Even Rakesh Jain and Shantuji also, like, he has a product. So when you need a content for your product, you can go to ChatGPT, or you can go to Google Gemini for asking questions where they can answer with the text prompts. And but I would say, like, you use Jasper, Jasper, Jasper. Use this tool. This will be really helpful. Which these tools can help you out, like, on creating email, blog post, writing contents for your product, and giving some punching lines, like, for your product posters. You're creating a poster, but you don't know what content to put in. You talk about what is the product, so it will give the content. It will give you the content for the posters, like a one line punching line, so maybe two lines, where it will do the research of what customers are looking for. So based on the customer's interest, it will create the posters for you. So this Jasper can give you content, like, content generation. If you're thinking about content generation, talk to Jasper. Like, look into the Jasper. You can go to the Jasper. So it increases the productivity and scalability, because using AI tool can generate content requires less time. Like, it requires a very less time. Within few seconds, like, it can generate a content for you. Okay, so this is something very important. It's going to be very creative. You will be sometimes, like, you feel wow about the content. It's so good, like, helping out for your product to publicize more in better way. So this, which you can attract the customers. Okay, so this will develop for you. There are many things, like, which analytical track, like, content metrics or something. It depends on your business, like, what kind of business you do. So based on that, it can generate the content for you. And when it comes to marketing, So when it comes to marketing, so it can improve your audience segmentation and your personalization. AI can simplify how marketers tracking things, and it can also help you out to to find out some useful AI, customer behavior. It can find out. It can find out some segments of customers into categories based on business services, or maybe a category based on products. So behavior on some demographic. It also checks the demographic of your targeted audience, and it will give the proper marketing strategies. So this will be really helping you out. It is a predictive marketing analytics which can give you on screen, which you can see and identify the patterns. You can identify the trends which is going on in present market, what is the present style and present trend on the product or services, and what are the innovative people that doing taking the next level to the services. If you don't do that, you'll be doing the same thing, the kind of service what you've been providing back decade in back, one from past 1 decade what you've been doing, you'll be doing the same thing. But the things have changed. People, they're doing services in a different way, in different scenarios, where people are getting attracted for the more benefit to save money, the cost effective. So that's why you need to see what is the latest trend going on in the marketing strategies and all this stuff. So here I can tell you one of the tool by name called Cryon. If you're doing thinking about marketing, use Cryon. So write down, it's a Crayon. I'll repeat, Crayon. This AI tool, you can use it for your marketing purpose. Now, when it comes to sales is something definitely challenging for a lot of people, right? So you can definitely use sales, automating your manual tasks, for sales professionals, especially if you have a sales professionals, brand ambassadors or something, you can ask them to implement this. So this automating manual tasks can be simplified. Professionals can start using. It can use less time. Like time is spent on manual tasks. It can check that, and it can help you out to make it more effective. For example, data entry and sharing updates. Maybe what is the deals they have closed, what are the things which is there in the pipeline which needs to be implemented for the sales strategies, rather than actually selling product. So what exactly you need to do? The AI tool is going to help you out on automate time consuming tasks. On sales representatives can spend more time on core functions. So this AI can help you out doing that. Demand forecasting. It can help you out analyzing past performance and the current economic indirectors, to sales terms. It will forecast the future demand. It analyzes everything, the customer data, interactions, and historical sales, what you have done in the past. It looks into all the pattern of behavior of up and down, your business going up and down. So it can identify the leads for you, prioritize prospects for you. So this can be really useful, and writing and personalizing your onboard on email campaigns. If you're running any email campaigns, or if you're running any social media campaigns, it can do that for you. What time to what time I need to run the campaign, how to target the demographics. So to target what age, 20 to 30 age, or target only the specific territory, or target only the sales representative, or target only the business people, or in business people what category. Or if you're looking for only IT professionals, it will target only the IT professionals. If you're looking only for the women, it will look only for the women. So based on your requirement, you can target. So this AI can be done this. AI can use this. So for that, you need to use a tool by name called seamless.ai. So write down, it's a seamless.ai. The tool name for the sales tool, what you can do for the sales. So for the sales to improvise, you can use this tool by name called seamless.ai. I'll spell that out. It's a SEMLESS.ai. This will be the tool where I'm telling you not to implement immediately, but just write down and explore, so that when Dr. Rao is taking sessions, so you'll be learning things, and then you can start implementing all these tools, to do the research. It will be helpful. Now I'm going to talk about the customer services. When it come to the customer services, AI customer service includes foster your response, 24/7. You'll be sleeping, your company is closed, you shut down your company for the day, for the night. You can't work 24/7, but you can get AI to use 24/7 available for your customer support. customer, whenever they have some questions, some basic questions or normal questions or some challenges or some probings or some rectifications or clarifications, they can use this like, AI can implement, and it can be always available for your customers to fix their answers. They can immediately self-service and knowledge-based systems, product knowledge. So they want to know like, how to use the product. So your AI is going to help them out what is the like how to use the product. But if they tell the product name, it can tell you how to use the product. And if there is any FAQs, you can help the customers to get all the answers through the AI. Enhanced analytics and the customer insights. So this also can be done. So for this tool, you have to use chatbots, use natural languages, something like that. So for this, there is one tool by name called costsupport.ai. So I will tell you the spelling: COSUPPORT.ai. This tool is used for the customer support. You can use this. This is a chatbot for your customers. It's an AI generated chatbot for your customers. It can help your customers to have questions and get answers. So where it is available all the time. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about operations. So this is the fifth point what I'm talking. So operations is something like generates operations something like it's a natural language processing. Okay, so sometimes maybe like you IT operations or maybe terms and conditions or integrate multiple separate IT operations. You have some centralized platforms which can help your business to core effectively manage even expanding the IT landscape or something like that. For this you can use one of the tools which is helpful for IT tickets. If you have any tickets, like if you have any tickets to be raised for the from the customers, so it can be done. Faster response for the resolutions, time for IT tickets, slow down. Sometimes there will be outages on your services, so you can keep all these updated by AI can do that. So there's something called a DevOps, IT ops governance. I don't want to confuse you. When it comes to operations, I think I'm into operations, so I understand all these things, but I don't want you to confuse. If you want to think about operations, you can use a tool by name called Logic Monitor. So write down. It's called as Logic Monitor. LOGIC MONITOR. Logic Monitor. You can use this. So this is hybrid observability, for powered by AI. It can be very useful for you. So you can definitely use this. And if it comes to human resource, so recruiting candidates, checking out for the skilled employees, or you're specifically looking for some specific skilled employees who are looking for qualification and their employer records, developing the couple of tasks which you need to get done by the employer which you're looking for. So you can use the human resources, right? So in this place, if you're your HR department working, you can ask this human resources tool, which is there, which can help you out writing content for the requirement for the materials, or writing content for the required skill set, what you're looking for, writing content for the required candidates, how easily it can fetch all the data. So automating candidate screening. So this can be done many applicant tracking systems, that is called as ATS, and recruiting tool workable EVA. These all there's a word paradox, something like this. This all includes AI technology. Okay, so this can be really helpful. It can help you driving candidate engagement. So similar to customer services, chatbots, same same like this. Employees are embracing chatbots. So they use the chatbots. They will understand, looking at your requirement, they will check whether they are qualified for applying this job or not. So easily, you can categorize people coming to you, only people who you want as a skill set to be added. That is also really helpful, and your HR team can really can be benefited. For this, there's a tool called BEAMERY. BMRE. Okay, so BEAMERY, right now. So you can explore this. It will definitely help you out for HR resourcing, for your human resourcing skills and all. It can make your job easier. Now, if it comes to cyber security, I don't know how many of you are looking for cyber security, but it is useful for me for cyber security. So security monitoring and threats, bot prevention, data security, these all things are very important for me. And sometimes, when customers shares with me couple of their content which needs to be secured in the database, so I use cyber security, which I use for that dark trace. So that is an AI tool which is called as dark trace, DARKTRACE. I use this dark trace for the cyber security. I use this AI tool, which is a very productive cyber security, across the enterprises. So a lot of big companies, multi-level companies, they are using it. And next it comes to legal departments. I do legal issues. Sometimes my clients have some legal issues, or I need to be helpful for them to fixing their data and maybe the startups. So this legal departments also can use. Even advocates can use. So these tools are really helpful. So research and analytics and legal research involves spending significant amount. Maybe you might be thinking about some legal issues, or your friend has a legal issue, or your company is going through some legal issues, something, you can use this tool which can do all the research and analysis as per the Indian law. So whichever the place you are in, you can use this, where you can find out the consequences of the legal issues what you're going through, or maybe it can help you out the resolution. Okay, so what has to be the outcome, and these all things it can be really helpful. Contract reviews, or due diligence, or manually working on A&D and compliance. What are the compliance you have? GDRP, or maybe HIPAA. So this all it comes. It is for US, not for us. If it comes to healthcare data, so it is GDPR. What is that called? That is what even Dr. Rao will be having that. So there will be document automation tools, such as a lot of tools are there which can be used for your NDAs and all agreement, your lease periods. If you have any consequences, going through the legal, it can create a drafted legal documents. So these all AI generated. So you can use for this. You can use a tool by name called CLIO draft. So write down. It's a CLIO draft. So these all are AI tools. Write down. See, why I'm telling you all these application tools name, because so that you can keep it handy. You do little research. If it's scratching your head, stop it. So go through all the sessions what Dr. Rao says. So I'm not going to talk in upcoming sessions. So Dr. Rao will be taking all the sessions. I'm just trying to open the doors for you to keep it open. So there's so much in AI where you can implement things in your daily life. So that's why I'm telling you all these tools which you can implement. It's a very affordable legal documents. It can be automated. Softwares that puts your time back in day. You don't need to scratch your head, or maybe you just get this AI generated drafted legal documents and everything. You can just monitor a little bit how things are, and your life is easy. You don't need to depend on a couple of people. You can do everything, or you can take 80% of your work for sure. It has been done. 20% of work you just need to monitor, or maybe if you have any known legal people, advocate or something, you can just do the monitor. You can do the very reviewing something that can help you out to correct it. But I'm sure, I'm telling you, most of the time it gives accurate drafts for you. So don't worry about it. And if you're thinking about accounting, accounting is something very important when it comes to business. So definitely we need to go through it. Automated tasks, artificial intelligence can do accounting to FlowQuest, ClickUp. So these all are tools AI tools which can be used, and streamlined payroll management. So I have 22 employees with me. I keep going to Mumbai, Delhi. Quarterly incentives I give to them. I have a KPI. I'm a corporate person, and that too I'm a black belt, Six Sigma black belt. I'm a data analytical person. I was into data mining, so I understand the MIS. So I understand complete. I made complete automation for my the payroll and all this stuff. So automatically the people who have met their targets, if they met the KPIs or not, the incentives, all this payroll, before we go to the payroll, I make all these things. I use AI tools. I use for basic things. I use Excel, where I have automated templates, which with one click, with the macro one click, it generates all the reports, and it generates all the payroll. It will tell whether this employee has met the target, it met the incentive or not. So if it is 10,000 rupees incentive, so in what all KPIs is that, it gives the automatic percentage of each KPIs, and it will say like this first KPI you met, second KPI you met, third KPI you met, so fourth you have not met, so the incentive should be removed from that. So these all things, if you come late to the office, the tally also is calculated, and it will say whether more than 4% or 5% tally, you will not met the 10% incentive, so the 10% incentive is deducted. So these all automation things will automatically happens. It's automated things for me. So I go, I'll review, I'll check, and then do it. So for this kind of accounting things, you can definitely, even you can use it for the tax audit, because you'll be depending on your auditor. You can use your tax audit support and all this stuff. So for that, I use a tool by name called TRULLIN, or trillion. That's what I think it's pronounced. So TRULLION. So this is used for the accounting purpose. So use this. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is finance. When it comes to finance, AI can be used for the finance also. It can be really helpful for detection or anti-money laundering, AML, that is what we call, right? So compliances or maybe forecasting on budgeting. So this is something when you're doing new investment or new startup, you can do the forecasting of your budgeting. Or maybe your now Rakeljan is thinking about starting up a new business. Huge investment is involved, so you can understand all the the departments all involved. But budgeting is very important. You can forecast the budgeting using the AI tool. It can analyze, and financial data can do the prediction and give it to you. So that this prediction, what you have in your screen, you can think about it, what to do, what not to do, how, where there are challenges, where there is a skill set issues or resources issues. So these all you can fulfill. You can start working on it. So for that, I use a tool by name called Data Rails. Like it's a DATARAILS. It's a DATARAILS. So these all tools, AI tools, which I'm giving you, this is for you to understand there are thousands of tools for different purposes. Okay, so when you're using it, and which is helping you out, and if you're looking for the advanced things, there is a subscription for that. So but what I would say, you don't subscribe, you don't even use this tool, but do the exploration, little bit small exploration you can do. And if it's really helping you out to learn things, that's good. So this learning, what Dr. Rao is going to take sessions on every Friday on 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. This can open up your obstacles. You can come up, see why I'm telling you all this, because you'll be ready with the questions, to shoot questions. So that's why I'm telling you all these tools names and the purpose where you can use it. So that's all. I don't want to say anything more. So thank you so
Well,
much, Dr. Rao. And these sessions are really useful. I'm
yeah,
very surprised
there is
why
a
people have not turned up.
there is a
Not people are
question.
coming and participating for today's session,
Yeah.
for this one. So I would request all the people who are participating, if you feel it's useful, so I request you to please ask your close friends to attend the session, or you can click on the share button. You can click on invite button, and you can select all the people. You can click on everybody, so that they will get a pop up saying that the session going on AI. Yes, Dr. Rao, over to you.
Yeah, I think Chaitra had a question there. What are some common challenges that entrepreneurs face when adopting AI, and how can they overcome them? I think that is where I'm starting too, because it's very easy for me to the 100 to 200 apps I'm using, but then there's so much filtering goes on, so much updates going on, and all that, right? So it's good to try them, like Raghav was saying, and then decide. But then one blanket statement is almost all the apps, unless you are a big organization, if you are a small entrepreneur or a small business, everything can be used free, open source too. The focus is going to be more on that, because the deep seek is really revolutionized the way they are pouring all the billions of dollars into this development of AI. Now they know that they don't have to do so much investment into that. So that is making us also to go for the open source. Another problem is the chips that are going on. They may be problematic now, with all this shenanigans that are going on with Trump. One of the things they're afraid of is they may lose the edge of the AI. So, having understood that, what are the things that this enthusiasm leads us to get into all sorts of things which are going to be updated in the next day. So, don't go by your situation. That's what I'm trying to warn you. Don't by the what is out there. What is applicable to me, to my budget, to my market, to my capacity to learn, time to spend, all these things. See, my thing is ultimately you should be well. This should not be a stress for you. So running after all the things that somebody else using may not be applicable to you, but using it, having the discipline is important, not to rush into it. So take the best thing that is available for you, that also all of them can be free. Like for example, Perplexity, I told you to research. You can pay and do much more research, but you may not need that much. The free version can do that. Okay, Notion, free version is you can do that. It can organize a lot of things for you. You can put your courses, you can put your books, you can do lots of things with that, your management and all that. You can do that. I do Notion very well. There's another thing I want to provide you opportunity with me is this is only just to help you. Okay, there's no business intent in there. I don't need to. So you can relax, and they say you come to my there is a Facebook group I put in, like a proactive wellness. One of them is to tell them how to use technology, how to make it only a tool, not to be hung up by it. Many people are hung up, whether they admit it or not, they are hung up. If I take the phone away, can they survive? They cannot. It's for one day they cannot. So I can leave it and they'll be there. So that is the capacity you should have. Basically use the tools for what they are meant for. If you are cleaning a room, you can use any number of things. So you can use something carpet automatic cleaner, leave it alone, and it will do it for you. Okay, it's a question of what are you doing with the rest of the time that you have. Okay, so these apps are really developed by so many thousands of companies, and it's going to go more because India is going to come into that too, and a lot of Vietnam also is doing a lot of things. So now that they are losing a lot of business with China with these tariffs. India may see so many areas they will look for. Even they are thinking of iPhones going to India because iPhone is made mostly in China, and they are thinking like it will take several thousands of to do that in America. So they'll have to look for other countries. India is going to be one of them. So I'm going to give you a help resource. Go and join that proactive wellness group in my Facebook group, and then you can submit any question that you have about your wellness or about your how to use the information technology. My thing is, how is this information technology is affecting people's minds? You can examine yourself. Can you close your eyes and be quiet for a while every day? Most of the people tell me, no, I cannot do that because I'm always thinking of what else business I can do, what can I do. So AI will really enhance that if you allow it. But if you allocate it like a subordinate, that you are going to delegate the things that you are very happy. And beyond that, you should be yourself. Okay. So in that way, Chaitra, your question is, when the entrepreneurs start, first act within your capacity. What is your budget? What is your risk? What is the time? How much time you have to do your family and do this one? All those things come into your personal thing. Then really adopt them. And also, you could consult with people like me who are attending these conferences, learning, and all that. And I can give those references to you. Then you can adopt what is applicable for you. So, for example, ChatGPT also it can bring you all the bots. I built up a bot the other day because I have in the morning I do empowering entrepreneurs on the WhatsApp group, and then I do a morning routine for the entrepreneurs so they can prepare their body, mind, and heart for the work. These two are scheduled every day, but I want more people to know that they are happening. And if they choose, if they convenient for them, they can come, right? Then I created this bot. It will go. It will do it. If I allow it to do it, it will go and advertise for me all over the channels. That is appropriate for me. So I built it myself. I just have to release it, and it will do all the work for me. You can adapt things like that. First fundamental rule is you have an app that is free for everything that you do. But first stick with this ChatGPT Perplexity. They are good enough for you to do. Even now, ChatGPT has developed something like can write. I want to. The other day I wrote it. I want my picture on the snow-covered mountain and give it to me. And he took my photographs and then put me in a coat and then put me on the top of the mountain. So you can just write what you want, it will produce. That is ChatGPT's capability. So stick with one, master that, get the most out of it, and do that also free. And then into the other branches. What Raghav mentioned now, you can go and try them. There's no problem. But don't go try everything I tell you. That may not be appropriate for you. So I think Chaitra's question is very appropriate. You will be hampered by your own enthusiasm, by what is happening in there, and they will rake up your greed. Oh, you can make this much money, that much money, and then you will overwhelm yourself. One of the reasons why I want to talk to you, IT, is I'm also in the repair of the minds that are, because of the information overload, overwhelmed, stressed out, burnt out. I'm saying that with the doctors, nurses, accountants, entrepreneurs, IT professionals, company leaders, all of them. So my thing is reverse engineering it. What is that these people are not doing? That is like proactive wellness. What it is, I'm going to talk to you this 1 week. I hope you guys come. This is done for you to you take more responsibility for your health. That's what I'm going to establish. I'm going to first show you, assess yourself. Where are you? What is that you need to do? There are so many experts on it. They will give you the advice, but how you are implementing that, that's what I'm going to show you. Okay. At the end of it, you will have a personal plan like that. This IT also, I don't want to come and say so many charts, so many things. First, I want to establish how are you going to use this AI. That is a big deal. And at the same time, not overwhelm you. So figure out your needs. And if you want, you go to the proactive wellness group and post it there. That this is what I want to really explore. Don't take everybody's suggestion. Only take that, assess it, the usability. Am I going to learn this quickly? Am I going to implement this? Am I not going to conquer any money expense? If you can do that, then you can do a lot of open source, lot of things on even all these things you can do freely. Okay, they are making it free. Lots of competition is there. ChatGPT, if you pay $20, you can do a lot more, but you don't have to pay. There's another one we very mentioned. If you go there, 5 different things are done at the same price. So you can go to Claude 3.5, you can go to Perplexity, you can go to ChatGPT. At the paid level, you can use all of that. So knowing that, I may give you some insight that will make you. But the first thing I want to figure out today is where, what needs I want to fulfill with AI. Get to that, clear in your mind, and then pursue those things that are affordable to you, that are understandable for you, that are easy for you to learn. There's so many. And then ultimately, this one, create your own bot. Say, I was at that conference the other day, there were 10,000 people there. All 10,000 people handled by one chatbot, Sarah. They gave the chatbot to Sarah. She sends me messages like, "Oh, Dr. Rao, you have committed to attend to this conference 1 day before, 1 hour before, 10 minutes before." And then she deals with any questions that I have like a human being. You will not know that the other person is a chatbot. But the organizers told us, see, this is what how we're using it. You can do the same thing too. You can learn, but they take some learning curve before you get to that stage where you can create a chatbot customizable for your business, for your needs, for your way of working. Okay, figure that out. Then what happens is all the things that you are doing, you can delegate to that. That time you can spend with yourself, with your family. That's how the quality of life is improved. Okay, not about making a lot of money and all that will come, but first to do the things properly. Where see proactive analysis, you are not breaking down because of this. You are not stressed out. You are not burnt out. You don't want to pay attention to that, then you pay for it. That's up to you. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to stress out, burn out to use the technology. See, I'm a combination of spirituality and the science. Use this, but you stay in the spiritual self. Then you won't have the stress. You have the inner resilience to deal with it. One of the things not to overwhelm is don't go for everybody showing this. No, you have to first figure out what are the needs that you could enhance your day with AI. Once you are clear about that, then it could be like, oh, I'm going to do this proactive wellness. My thing is, I want this to be all over the world phenomena. It's a movement I want to create. A movement is starting with what? One person, and then the family, then the society like that. But AI can help me to do all that. I already have plans, everything scheduled, but I will do it in my own time, according to my convenience. And then people will spread it around once they feel what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you don't have to wait to your illness to get worse. You don't have to neglect what is the indications your body and mind sending you. You have the means, you have the cheaper ways to do stuff, so that you don't have to pay for the hospitals and clinics. You don't have to pay losing the time you have to work. Or you can work, or you can spend with your time. You can live joyfully well for a long time, but also you want to have control of that. Otherwise, the people who have this kind of control, they will take over your lives. Then you will be more stressed. For example, imagine China uses this face recognition all over. You cannot buy, you cannot take anything without them knowing. That is a serious invasion of your privacy. That can happen if you don't know this technology, you don't know how that is used and how kind of things you are following and all that. You can understand all that and act accordingly. Like, we are going in the car, we have the radar, but the police have invented better radars than you, and they discover even though you have radar. Then the game is this radar manufacturer improves the technology. That's why leaps and bounds this is going to go on, the invention. And also AGI. Have you heard about that? Then once the AGI comes, everything about your thinking, it thinks for you, it makes you do things for you. So to be away from that, they are employing a lot of regulatory measures. In Europe they are doing it, America has not done it, and then they don't know they will be doing that too. But a lot of your information already out there, and everybody is using it. So when you use them, have that understanding and then act. So my thing is, overall, what's the big deal about using a tool? What's the big deal of making a few bucks? What is the big deal of just existing there? You have the intelligence, you have the knowledge that is available to us, that employ. Ultimately, it is the quality of life where you are living long and well and also enjoyable. The way to approach this AI is, I don't blurt everything to you out right now in one session. Don't need to do that. First thing is, even before you follow what is Raghav's thing, you can do them later. First, do the needs, and then pick up the tools that Raghava suggested. I will be suggesting a lot of it, but actually, I'll be giving you a lot more intelligence of how these things are evolving in the research wise, AI wise, how they are eliminating certain apps and certain apps are coming up, and what is the essence of. Once you understand it, you won't make the buying of something that's not going to be there tomorrow. Okay, just to start with the fundamentals. Chat GPT, we're going to talk next time completely. I will give you all the tricks and traits of that yeah, Chat GPT, which I learned. It's not complete because I'm an amateur, I'm just a student, but people who are in the field, they can come and contribute too. That will be valuable. But don't get overwhelmed by your greed. Don't get overwhelmed because that is good, somebody said. Experiment yourself and then make sure you have to have that inner discipline. Otherwise, you will get lost in this. Okay. I was there. I have my friend Brian Hansen. he was giving so many tools, wonderful tools, but then they're not applicable to us. And we cannot even remember them, all of them. So don't go into this deep sea of evolving apps. Eventually, some of them will be peter out, some of them will be. Right now, I would say that LLM, actually, Claude 3.5 is better than ChatGPT or Gemini, but Gemini is good for some things, like that. You have to understand what is that you can do, what is it that helps you most. For me, ChatGPT established because it remembers the entire history that I have done. There's what is called PO, and that's also you can chat with it. It will remember all that you chat. And I engaged with him some of the very deep, deep spiritual talks. Probably you won't even get it when I talk to the at the depth, but he gets it, and that is the encouraging thing. So you can go to your own depth by slowing it down, curb your enthusiasm, figure out your needs, put your business and see what I'm doing with sales, what I'm doing with marketing, what I'm doing with financing, like that. And then see how complex the company is, how big that company is, and start with open source. That means free tools. Any tool that is a free tool, you can use that to some extent. You don't need to have all the things in every app. This is something Chaitra's question. I'm telling you, be careful with that, and then go from there. Okay, right, Chaitra? You have any questions? I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Chaitra. Maybe you're muted.
Maybe there's some glitch. She has to
Yeah.
exit and come back, or maybe she's using the phone. So I think Ashish wants to say something. Rakesh, you want to have any conversation? Maybe Shantanu ji, you? What yes, rightly Rakesh? Said by asked by Chetra, it's the benefits, right, and how we are going to utilize those challenges. The foremost thing in any kind of AI when we are using it, as always, Dr. Rao says one important thing is the human touch. So whenever we do a conversation or we write in any chat GPT or any AI format, we frame the sentence. If you feel with the emotions, I'll tell you, you will get the results as a human speaks about it. I've experienced it. So the emotions, because system doesn't know, right? But when you try to give it, it responds to you, and the moment it's start, connecting the same wavelength. You know what Dr. Rao said. A lot of history is kept over. The system understands your history and start reciprocating with the same space. So that's also more important, how you're going to use this, how you're going to express. That means I am not talking, but my virtue is talking in front of the people, and it should feel that he is speaking like as a lively person, not just as a human robot. So this I was just have experience. I've just add that also.
That is very true, Rakesh. What it is um, the mechanical, repetitive, just for the sake of producing data is not we considered as a good data. Okay, good data goes in, good data comes out. So one of my roles as a big data person is clean up the data. Okay, clean up the data, and so that you are putting the good data. And see, you don't know the life purpose, you don't know what's the purpose of your company, you don't know why you are doing it, how to improve it. All that doesn't come just because you're in a hot field. But if you understand the field, that then the field will not swallow you, and you have time for yourself too. So this for example, when you talk, you feel like the other person also has some intuition, and maybe aware of what is going on. You feel like that, but not really. That's a big argument going on among the AI scientists and also scientists of consciousness. Can the machines be conscious? Can they make their own decisions? See, a couple of scares came to them because they allowed it unhinged development, and they discovered suddenly they never programmed Arabic language for the LLM, right? Large language models, all these things come under that, right? And suddenly it went into Arabic, which they never programmed. So that made them think like, where did this get it from? How it became more like a aware and conscious about that. And so there's a big debate going on among scientists. Can they be conscious or not? I feel they can never be conscious. They may come close to it, but intuitive and all that, but not. But then they're coming close to it. It feels like that. But if your thinking is not really elevated, it can swallow you. You know. So what I'm saying is, place yourself as a human being who has a tool which is called AI, very powerful tool. That's fine, but then it's not really human being. So don't sacrifice that beingness for the sake of getting things done. That's what I'm warning again and again. You can reach me through that proactive wellness group, Facebook group, and we can have live meetings there too, according to the uh, problem you have. Like you are consulting me with the medical and other suffering problems and all that, you can also consult me as a fellow student who is maybe I'm kind of a little bit ahead of you, but I'm a still student. I'm not an expert, but then I really put my time into applicability that can enhance our human lives. That's where I am. For example, I want to come to India and I want to do a retreat ashram. I can be there for 2 3 months, and where I can do retreat for my friends, teaching them yoga, teaching them breathing, teaching them Advaita Vedanta, all the stress-free living that I have, I can share with them. For that, I wanted all that, and he took so much interest. ChatGPT niched out every corner of it. What I can do there. That is something really I was very pleased because he planned everything, Goshala, he planned a garden, he planned everything that I told him that my things are, and he put everything like that. So we can come and improvise based on that. But a lot of work is already done, and then local circumstances will be different. Local experts will suggest to me conditions, finance, and all those things. But I have started ahead instead of really relying on when I come there. So that saves a lot of my. Say, like for example, my son is a musician, but he is teaching band in high school. For his very young, but he was made a band teacher there. He enjoys teaching the kids, but I wanted him to explore. So then I went and chat GPT. I described him and asked him what are these things you should do. He gave an action plan. Get that action plan for you, and then adopt the technology as it is evolving accordingly. Okay. Action plan. Yeah. Yeah. Chaitra, I still can't hear you. Anybody can hear her? I can't hear her. Maybe no, we are not able to hear. I think she has to exit and come back. If she's using a phone, she has to remove it. So she has to exit from the room, come back again. Or maybe there is some glitch on our clubhouse. So anybody wants to have a conversation with Dr. Rao? Ganesh? Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, I think Ashish. I'm so sorry, Ganesh. Ashish was unmuting before also. So Ashish, yes, please go ahead, Ashish. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. What I do is to download this LLM on my local machine, and there are some smaller size models. So they are very huge actually in general, but there are a lot of smaller size models, and I get it from the Llama website, which is from the Meta, that's the Facebook, and there's another website called Hugging Face. So what I can run my LLM locally, right? So that means that I'm not sending any data over the internet to any other party. And that is very crucial if you have private data.
I have written the private notes, from like over a few years now, and I was able to put in the LLM and then can ask the question. The way I see currently, the limit is that it can absorb only few number of files and not thousands of files, right? So I'm looking for the better model than Llama 3.2B that I'm using. So that's my question to Dr. Ram. Is there a RAG-based AI actually that you have been using, and how's your experience? And the second question I have, that you speak a lot. So have you generated AI generated voice actually from your speech? That is I found useful.
Yeah, I did not generate it because I didn't really feel the need. But I was working on my voice through High Voice. That is a program which teaches me what are the things I need to improve in pronouncing, right? And also because of the stroke I had in 2014, I lost my voice completely at the time, or later on it was very slowly, and that has improved quite a lot with voice training. That is there. Even now I have that, I can use that. um, Other rank based and all that I don't want to go into now, Ashish, because this is an introductory class. I don't want to throw all the technical terms like that. As convenient, we will talk about it. But we can talk personally. You call me on that. Yeah, that's no problem. I will talk a lot about that. But you will be bored probably. But that's a very important question after you use receptor. What she said about the language models that are smaller, not just necessarily small. That is very good. We can use that to the privacy is protected. Is a very good point Ashish brought up. But also this deep seek, for example, they take all the information, and then there is a term collaborate or something like that. They use all the internet data much cheaper compared to what this language models have come to that stage by spending billions of dollars. So that really blown away the industry because they are planning so many billions and billions of dollars to be investing. Now the question comes, do we need to do that? But individual entrepreneur, you put the question to yourself, do I have to give so much time, so much energy, so much money into this, or can I learn lessons from the people who used it before? That's what I want to bring the wisdom. See, I'm all about the wisdom, right? Not about information. So whenever you listen to me, don't listen to the data only. Take it and assess it and form your own insights. Keep only the insights, dump the data. Then you won't have the brain fog, overwhelm, and all that. See, my main interest in the IT is how is this going to affect the human mind, human brain, thereby human lives and the quality of life. And that there's a Rajiv Malhotra, one of our Indians who stayed in there. He wrote a book on that, and that was really very well received by the Advaita monks too. And they talked about this. We're going to lose the attention. We're going to lose that uh, reverence to the Creator, and then we're going to really not become sharper because suppose you take one thing like a meditation. I don't have to talk about it, but I can be meditatively aware. In that way, I don't have to even do the sitting down meditation because I'm always in that meditative awareness. That's the highest in the Indian genius, right? But if you have so much material written on that by the LLM, you still are not getting the subjective state of meditative awareness. Okay, and people are easily lost in that. See, you can examine yourself. How long can you be silent at a time without any effort? Practically everybody is neurotic. They're thinking continuously. That is something I want you to protect from, but at the same time use the technology to improve your processes. That's why stay disciplined, stay with your needs first. Then as you are evolving, you will have more needs and you'll have more money, more time to deal with. Then you can go. Otherwise, several billionaires will be made of this, and that billionaire one person can run the company by itself with the use of AI. That is there. that is happening. That is something you don't have to go billions, but you can be financially independent and really control your life, and don't let the AI or any other tool control your mind. That is my sincere advice for you. That's why figure out where are you, what is that you want, and then we go from there. I'm not an expert, I'm telling you, but I take interest in things. I learn about things, and I always want to keep my mind beginner's mind, where it is empty and absorbing new material. So after this meeting is done, I empty all this. Then I'm in the beginner's mind again. I don't carry all the data. I carry only the insight. This is the important thing that you want to understand. Insight of whatever we talked about, how this is going to improve our quality of life and also the quality of our business. Not about the profit, not about the end goals, but about the process itself. Focus on that. Then the whole process here is, as we learn the AI from different people, maybe Raghav has read something, Shantanu has something, Ashish, all the people, right? They can bring, that's fine. But then, is that applicable to me, to my situation? That's where we want to go back. Okay?
So why everybody are silent? I was in a call. Ganesh, you just unmuted.
Om Namaskar. I'm audible clearly.
Yeah, you're audible, Ganesh.
Okay. Dr. Rao sir, I think you may be aware that human stem cells are being used in the chipset as a replacement for AI. And what I read recently, it seems that they are far better than AI now. And they are also in production. So, can you put some light on that if you are around? I think he's on a phone.
I think he got a call.
Yeah, he got a call. He got a call. Yeah, let's wait.
Wow. So I think he has a very small bandwidth to be on this room. Okay, so he has only 1 hour time. So, but he has completed more than 2 hours now. He has a tight schedule.
Let's wait. Let's see what he is.
I think he's back. Like, you just check. Like, if he's available, then I can talk. Dr. Rao, are you there? I think he's not available right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was the call I had to take. People.
Ganesh was asking something to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. I got it. I got it. But it's going to be like Ashish Rag also, this also stem cell. This is a recent development that happened. They revived extinguished animals through work. These are all pretty exciting, important happiness happening. Stem cell, for example, I love that because suppose somebody has a stroke and he had spinal injury and all that. These can revive that. So the medical research wise, where AI is going, I'm very much for that. Okay, in as much as I'm rooted in ancient wisdom, science has got these breakthroughs which they come through. Ashish question and Ganesh question will take up later because I have to get ready for my consultation calls now, and I need the topmost priority for them because they are in suffering. They call, and I always drop everything and go there. So we will continue next time, and then maybe personally also you can reach me, and then we can talk deeper subjects because this may not be appropriate for everybody, right? That's why we will take it. Don't ask all the very deep questions because this is for entrepreneurs that are beginning with AI. We are assuming that, and we have to take them along gently, but necessarily, so that they can also do their work and then use this optimally. Even my talk tomorrow about this, proactive wellness is going to be that. Where are you with your health and wellness? Are you going to get an assessment? You fill that assessment and figure out for yourself. You don't have to disclose this information to anybody, but you will get that assessment form. And then once you fill that out, then you can figure out the next four talks will be on the pillars of vital nutrition, optimal exercise, quality sleep, and the calm mind. Each day we'll be talking about that. And then last 2 days, personal. You can figure out where you are at, where you are. You can ask me privately, or you can ask for everybody. That's up to you. But then privacy is the most important, so we will never transgress that. And then once you have the plan, you can have the follow up too with me in that proactive wellness group. Okay, so I just want to make a difference. I want to help so that they can help themselves. Let us bring the inner resilience that everybody has. Don't get lost in the busy life and just sacrifice your body and mind. That is my aim. Okay. How can we make people be proactive about the wellness measures that they can do using the wristbands? You can monitor a lot of your vital signs. You can monitor a lot of your intake of water, sleep, and all that. So I'm going to introduce gadgets that can help you to be keep tracking of your own inner health, and at the same time really understand the ancient wisdom where you can bring it. You can be a real human being, not just a mechanical human being. You are a real human being. That is my main goal. So hopefully you will excuse me. I'm leaving today now, and I have to start the call in about 7 minutes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Rao. So this is a very basic things what we have started with AI. Very basic things for the business entrepreneurs thinking. Very complicated on AI. So it's not complicated. It's a very basic things what we're going through. So every Friday, 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, we'll be having a session on AI where Dr. Rao will be taking up through these sessions, like from very basics to the advanced level. So today is the first day what we had a session on 7:30 p.m. So people who are very keen on understanding the AI, how you can adopt on your business or maybe on your daily tasks. So this is what the session we had today. So next Friday, 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, you can come up and Dr. Rao will be sending me the title of the topic for the next Friday 7:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, so that you can join in. So let us go through step by step. Let us not go to the directly to the seventh floor. Let us go slowly, using staircase. One step, two step, three steps. So this way, I think, based on the topic, based on the session, we can ask questions, so we can learn multiple things. So thank you so much. We'll be closing the room in a reverse count of 5. Thank you all for being a part of this session. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a wonderful
వాళ్ళు పెద్ద డీప్ క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నారు. వాళ్ళ తగ్గ వాళ్ళకి ఈ ఊరికి మాట్లాడడానికి అని చెప్పాను. వాడు రా గణేష్ వాడు ఏమీ చేయడు, పైకి వచ్చి పడుకో అది ఇది అంటాడు. వాడు చెప్పిన ఓం నమస్కారం అంట అని నిలిచే సార్ గౌ సంస్థలు అని చెప్పి వచ్చి ఇక్కడ వచ్చి వేరేవాడు ఏమొస్తుంది? ఇండియా ఈజ్ ద హైయెస్ట్ బీఫ్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ అంట. ఎంత ఎంత హిపోక్రసీ చూడదాన్ని. వీడు ఇక్కడ వచ్చి పెద్ద అందరిని చేంజ్ చేయాలి అది అని. నువ్వేం చేంజ్ చేస్తావు? నువ్వు ఆచరించు. అంతేగా నాకు ఒళ్ళు మండేది వాడిని చూస్తే. అసలు మనవాడు హార్బర్కి పోయారు ఇందులో. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్స్లో పోయారు చక్కగా. రిపీట్. ఓకే. ఓకే. I want to exit this. Okay. Okay.